Hello, can you believe it? We're already on day 10 of this challenge, the No New November challenge. Welcome to Creative Clearsea. My name's Emma. Today we are going to be making tags from clothes tags. Now I've got quite a selection of them. The great thing about clothes tags is they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. I usually save everything that I get if I think that it will be usable in this way. And I've got a huge bag full, and I've just gone through and I've selected a few. So I'm just gonna, so these are the ones I'm looking at. These two are quite nice. I'm not going to do it today, but you can do it at some point. You can turn them into like little notebooks tags by putting a couple of sheets of paper inside. So I won't do those today, but that's an idea for future. So I've got all of these. I've got some narrow ones, some tag shaped ones, some slightly different shapes as well. I like these. I try to save them if the tie is savable, I will. If not, I take them off and I use them. So I think today I'm going to try and do a handful of them. I'm going to do a little round one, I'll turn this into like a bookmark tag. I think I will do this one and this one and this one for now. If I get time I might do more. I'm going to try and do the backings of them all in one go. So I've got here some different types of backing that I can use for the journaling sides. I'm just going to quickly glue all of these onto various different ones of these, and then we can move on to the decorating part. I am going to take this off for now. I will pop it back on afterwards. I'll pop that to the side. So let's start with a little round one. I'm not too worried about the holes because I can repunch those quite easily. So that can go on there. I'm going to put the long one on there as well. And then I think I'll do this one. Actually, this one's got, oh, this one's still got a tag on, like a sticker on it. No, it's well and truly stuck down, so I'll just have to stick right over that. You see me doing that, you probably can't, sorry, I'm not doing it in frame. I'm literally just using some glue stick to stick these onto the various different bits that I've got. Notice that's not got any stick on it. Pop those to there, and then I'll put this one here. Quite thick card, thick one. You can get some which are really thick. It is possible to turn them into cards. I've got these ones which are like almost like chipboard thick. I have turned that into a tag before. Have I got it right? And I can show it to you. And it works okay, but it's very thick. It's great, it works. It's probably a bit too thick for my liking, but won't stop using them. So I'll just pop away the excess. Give this a wipe. Get rid of the glue. And then Let's just trim these out. You do get some interesting shapes and sizes in tags. Sometimes you get like almost like a vintage tag shape, which is quite nice when you get those. Kind of makes for non-uniformity, I guess. I don't know. That's not the right word. I don't know. But yeah, no, I really like using tags as much as I can, because it gives you a background already. Sometimes with this one I quite like the skipper's hat, but in this case I've got a couple of different ones by this company, Sea Salt, and I will probably cover this one up this time, but doesn't mean that you could just keep it as is. Different things, different companies do different things, don't they? So just noticed that I've done this one a little bit wonky, so I'm just going to turn it over. What I should do is I should actually burnish these. And you won't get puffy bits. I'm so bad at doing that. I tend to try to cut corners, which is not good when I'm doing them for myself anyway. And this journal is going to be for me. There we go. I think this one was fine, but so today I am burning passion fruit and martini. Oh, sorry, passion fruit martini today. It's a very fruity smell. It reminds me of the summer, which is nice. It's not looking particularly... Well, it's not grey outside. It's looking like a typical kind of nice autumnal day. Go for a walk, maybe. We'll see. My husband's had to go into work today, so just me at home, which is fine by me. Means I can craft away to my heart's content. Well, within reason. I still have to do things, housework, sadly. But doesn't everyone? Really enjoying at the moment rewatching Big Bang Theory, as it's all on Netflix. It's just such an easygoing program. You can watch it. You don't. If you have to step out for a few minutes, it doesn't matter. It's yeah. No, I really enjoy doing that. Watching it with my husband. We tend to pop the TV on while we're eating dinner. It's either that or my husband really likes to watch German programs, particularly German kind of game shows. He does speak fluent German. For me, it's all a bit goes in one ear and out the other. But I don't know. It's nice. It's nice that he has a hobby. That's his thing. Crafting's mine. So that's sometimes what we put on. Sometimes I can get the questions. You know, I'll pick up words here and there. My husband does tend to translate some of the questions for me as well. Some of them are very obviously aimed at German, well, the German culture, seeing as it is a German program. So they're like German pop stars and things which perhaps we wouldn't know. I mean, my husband is very into keeping up to date with that kind of thing, which is great. He's a big Eurovision fan. Right, so I have 4 tagfish. Well, there are 5 here, but I'm going to hang this one off of this as well, so I've got 2 on 1. So I'm thinking, let's do the little one first. This could be quite nice with patterned paper. I've got a little round thing, so let's see what pattern paper. We've got this card which I used, which I had in my video a few days ago. I might use a bit of this actually. I'm just going to chop a bit off of here if I can get a bit. Situate it just within that little blue round hole. I haven't really thought about what I'm going to put on this. So it's going to be a winging it session today. No real pre-planned out thoughts. It's going to be what's in my craft box today kind of thing. Let's get my trying to keep that centered as much as possible. Give this a bit of a browning edge. It's sliding around a little bit while I'm doing this. I should probably wait for it to dry before I do this, but I'm impatient. There we go. So in here, I think I'm going to put a fussy cut. I don't necessarily want to use a butterfly today because we've used a lot of butterflies recently. Those are all summery things. We don't want to use those. Those are wintry things. We're not really doing winter themes. Those are lots of little not appropriate. Not appropriate. Let's see if we've got anything in here which is small enough. So this was fussy cut out of a little book that I've got, which is really nice. It was like Wildlife in Britain or something like that. So I just cut out a variety of different things. These aren't all from that one book, but there are some. I'm just seeing if I've got any teeny tiny ones. Well, I think they might all be too big, in which case it might have to be a... Oh. Well, if this was a Halloween, I'd use the bat, but I'm not. It's not a Halloween, so I'm not going to do that. No bats. I really should probably not have bothered cutting out the bats because I don't really do anything Halloween-y. Could do that. Little mouse, maybe. Toad, 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 fish, toad, clam, mole. I'm not sure if I fancy doing that. I think I might just put a word on this actually. Be quite nice. Pop that to one side. Where's my cheesecloth? A little bit of cheesecloth. Most people would probably just throw this away, but that's about the right size for a word, so I've kept it. Let's get this out. pull out some words. I have got some washi tape words, but I think in this case, I think I just want some small words which aren't so you see through. So what should we do? Let's put create on there because we're being creative. I will want to where's it gone? Ah, double. Let's put one or two of those little flowers on there. So one little tag done. Let's just get out my, this is for putting holes in belts, I think, but I've used this. I've got a crocodile, but this does a lot of different sizes. When you're dealing with tags, they've got different size holes cut in them, so it's quite nice to use. There we go. So one base tag done. This one. Now with this one, I think I am going to cover this up actually. So I'm going to get my thinking about trying to do an artsy one, but I think I'm just gonna glue some of this back on. Cut this hole out so I know where the hole is. I hope everyone's still enjoying this. I'm enjoying doing this. Gives me something to do during the day, so at the moment. Don't quite know how I would have done this if I was still at work. It would have been quite a challenge. But nonetheless, I would have tried. Right. So I've just gone around and glued the edges. And then let's trim this back down. It is actually quite difficult to talk while you're doing this, particularly when you're not being talked at. I guess, I don't know, questions being asked, etc. I think I might find it easier if I was doing a live video rather than a pre-recorded, because then at least I could answer questions rather than trying to think of the questions that I would ask other people and then... I'm sorry, I'm just going across the edges here, just make sure they're secure, using some art glitter glue to make sure they're really down. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so let's cut the hole in this one. This is actually a little bit of a bigger hole, so I'm just going to move this round to the next hole. I was just marking it before. Right, so let's go. Okay. Poke that out with something. Right. Now I'm gonna ink. Because I'm being inky because I've actually made it so it's not quite straight, the checks on this, because it's little squares, and that's going to bug me. So if you ink it, it'll well, it'll hide that somewhat. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little thingy over the top of this. Now I know this is actually a bigger hole, but I don't mind it showing like that. And I'm going to do one on the back. So I've just inked these up myself. They're actually round stickers, and then I go along with my whole thing and make them cut out the second hole inside. It's actually quite hard to get it centered. Sometimes I cut them off, cut them quite off skew, but oh well. Okay, so we've got this. I think I'm going to also do the same on these 3, so we might as well get those done now quickly as well. So let's do this, and then it's all done in one go, and then I can decorate together. Batch things, it's always good to do batches. So I really enjoyed making the shaker pockets yesterday. Oh, sorry, I keep calling them pockets. They're not really pockets, they're shaker pages really. But yes, I really enjoyed doing those. I hope you guys have enjoyed doing those too. You don't have to use the bags, the little bags. You can actually just use like the Perspex pieces. I think that both work fine. For me, I chose the bags because I have so many of them. I tend not to keep the Perspex things that often. Well, it's not actually that I don't keep them, it's that I don't come across them as much. Because often things, when they do come in them, I tend to store them in them. Just to protect them. But I digress. Okay, and then one more. So I have 2 kitty cats here in my house. I have a little British short hair called Bella. She is everyone's best friend. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. If you walk in our door, she loves you. And she'll show it. Whereas we've got another cat who's actually part Maine Coon. He's a big black cat. He's a really big cat, but he's so scared. Both of them are rescue cats, and we don't know for sure, but we reckon he was probably abused. He loves us, he's fine with us, but anybody new, he's like hides. Although we have seen some improvement recently, which is really good. In that, not that we're particularly trying to train him out of it, but at the end of the day, he's not a very well cat himself anyway. He has hypothyroid at the moment, which means that he is always, sorry, I'm just trying to work out where the hole was because I didn't pre-do it, which was smart of me. Let's just look at what this is. Just cut it out. Let me cut it out. Yeah, so he has hypothyroidism, which means he's currently on medication, but he is going to have some slightly more complicated treatment, which will heal it, which is good. But it's quite hard on him, I think. At the moment, the medication is helping his nervousness, actually, which is actually a sign of this particular condition. Is one of the things is nervousness. Along with other things like breathing issues and always hungry and stuff like that. So hopefully he'll be treated soon. We just need to get past this current blip in the coronavirus thing, and then he'll be scheduled in for it. But he's doing well on the medication. It has definitely improved, which is great news. Me and my husband are thrilled. He's come out of his shell a little bit more now. He's definitely more open to having a fuss. I mean, he was always open to it if we approached him, but now he approaches us for it, which is nice. Bella, my other cat, like I said, she's everyone's friend, so she always wants a fuss. In fact, 90% of the time when you hear a cat in the background, it'll be her trying to get into here, because she's like, I want to know everyone. I want to love everyone. Bless. It's really nice. It's nice to have a cat who's like not afraid of it. She's more of a dog, really. She rolls over for belly rub. She waits by the door. She meows for your attention. Yeah, no. She's a very cute cat. Right. So we've got 3 base tags and a 4th base tag, which I forgot to do. Actually, let's quickly do that one. And then that's done as well. Let's cut the hole. Cut the hole. Sorry, we should do this in view. Just cutting the hole so when I stick it down, I don't lose where the hole is like I did on the last ones. So what kind of sorry, do you guys have any pets? If you do, what breed? What are they? What breed are they? What's their names? How old are they? Yeah, it's lovely to hear about other people's animals. I really. I'm so happy that we have cats. I grew up with cats, which was nice, and so did my husband, actually. So we both knew we were cat people from the beginning, which was great. In fact, our first cats were both named the same thing, which is really funny. So I had a long hair tabby. We had 2. We had one which was called, being a child, named them Bagheera and Jasmine. And he had a short hair, British short hair, which kind of adopted them, actually, rather than them adopting it. It chose them. It wasn't exactly stray, but it ended up becoming theirs over the time. The people moved, I think, away or something. I'm not too sure how it happened, but they ended up asking them to keep this cat, and her name was Jasmine as well. She was pregnant at the time and gave birth to a litter of cats and they called them Jack and Jill, and they had kept them as well. So, and all of our cats have lived to a good ripe old age, or around between, I think it was like 19 and 22. So that's quite nice. So it was quite, me and my husband both knew that we wanted cats, and we had to wait a while we kind of got ourselves settled into living in our house and whatnot before we decided to go and rescue a cat. We rescued Bella first, and then we rescued Kit afterwards. And I would love to have more cats, but my husband's like, no more. Not yet. I think, at the risk of sounding like a crazy cat lady, I think every cat needs a home. I'm going to pop some of these on. Now I think I'm just going to pop it on this one. On these three, I'm probably going to put little metal ones. So let's do that. Let's get the copper like that. And put the other one away now. Choose a couple of. They're little holes, so I want little ones. Oh, sorry, see my head, did you? Apologies for that. It's a bit of a mess. My hair. It's probably a bit big for the hole, but it's going to go in. So we'll pop that one on that one. And the little ones tend to disappear into the bottom. That's good. Nope. One of the teeny tiny ones. Come here. Oh, dropped it. There we go. Equal tiny one. Took me forever before I got one of these. I'm really happy I did eventually. Not because of any particular reason, it just wasn't on my priority list. Happy I got it though now. Used to do it the old-fashioned way with you can get the little like plastic things you put either side and then you whack it with something. Last one. There we go. Apologies for that. I had a phone call come in and I used my phone for filming. So we've got 3 tags now. Kind of, that's, well, 4 done. This one I'm just going to decorate and almost have as a what do you call it, bookmark kind of thing. Let's see what we've got. I'm just going to clear myself some space on my little area of fun things. So I've got a couple of pictures which I will use at some point. Just wondering if I've got one I can kind of show you when we went somewhere. So I'll probably use that on one of these tags. Not when I'm doing this now, but it shows you what you can use a tag for. Right, let's see, what can we decorate? I'm going to use some stamps, I think. Use some stamps. I'm gonna get my couple of my inks and some of my stamp, right, cling stamps. And some washi tape stickers, that's the word. Actually, could just put a bit of this on the bottom and use it. It's really cute. It's got lots of little toadstools on. It's almost like a fairy village. I want that one. So I've got that on there. I might just do a series of stripes of different washi tapes actually. That's what I'm going to do on this one. Not quite wide enough. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, apologies for that. Just putting a lot of different washi tapes, stripes. Sorry, I'm just taking these off of my cart, which I normally chuck all of my scraps when I chop off scraps of washi tape. That's where I put them. Try not to waste anything. So, particular one does not want to stay, so let's choose. Got another piece of that. There we go. Stick to your fingers. So I'll save the big bits and then the smaller bits can go away onto my, it's almost like it's the IKEA cart that everybody has. Raskog, is it? I think it's called a Raskog. I store all my scrap paper in there, and then it's my scraps area. There you go, that's a good idea. Let's call it my scraps area. So I have my scrap washi tape, my scrap paper, my scrap fabric, all of that kind of thing there. There we go. And I think I'm just going to stick a label, even plain label on it at the top. Nice and easy, this one. I want to centre that about right. There you go. One tag. Two tag. Let's see. Now, which side do I want to use? I think I want to use this side on this side on this, and that's going to be the same either way. Right, this one, I think. Let's use some of these little booklets, so let's use some of this. down. I'm not too sure how long this video's gone on for. Apologies if it's gone on really long. Again, I'm not very good at keeping these videos nice and short. I just like crafting. I get kind of stuck in and then forget what I'm doing. Hope you guys don't mind. I tend to put playlists on when I'm doing crafting myself generally, yeah, and I'm not worrying about talking or doing filming. I tend to put other YouTubers' videos on in the background, and just kind of feel like I'm crafting along with them, which is nice. I'm going to put a number. Get it up the right way, that's always useful. Okay. Now, because this is distressing, and I've just put it on vellum, I need to wait for that to dry before I start touching this area. Let's put this back on here. In the meantime, I'm going to use some walnut stain. Just brush some of this. Okay, so I quite like that one. I'm going to put that one over here so I don't accidentally touch it and smudge it while I'm doing the next one. So I think I'm just going to stack these like that, and that's it on this one. Don't need to go and overdo it well, not overdo it, but do a lot of things on every single one. Sorry, I should carry on talking. I just don't know what to talk about at the moment. My brain's kind of gone into a shut mode. Shuttered mode, that's the word. So I think I'll just leave it like that on. And then this one is going to be a mushroom. I like mushrooms. Mushrooms are awesome. So I want my mushroom stickers. Where are the mushroom stickers? I think I'm going to use one of these this time. These ones have got such a wide white around the outside. I tend to just like to trim that down a little bit so it's not so white. You don't have to do this, but that's how I like to do it. So this afternoon I've got a couple of books that I want to dig into. like encyclopedias to break up, etc. So that's my afternoon job, break down some books. I try to do them, a lot of them in one go, so that they last me for a while, because I do find it kind of hurts your fingers a little bit, because I like to take all the old glue off and whatnot. So yeah, no, not the most comfortable. So this, I'm going to put down some big washi tape first. I think I'm going to put this kind of map one down, which I got from Washi Wednesday. It is just a map. Oops. And this was actually supposed to be, actually I think I might like a little bit. Yeah, we'll just use that a little bit. This was in their packing area actually, but you get so much on the reel, and for what it's worth it. So a little bit of that there. I still want to put a bit more on the bottom. What could I put on the bottom? Let's put some. This is so pale, this one. I think I will put down some, you guessed it, cheesecloth underneath. I don't need that much of it, so let's just trim off a bit of that. Oops, oh no, bin. There we go. So Fabri-Tac. Just going to put it, oops. This is what I keep doing with Fabri-Tac. I keep taking the full lid off rather than the topper. And then let's put a sticker on this. Gosh, I can't separate this one now. This is the problem with flakes, I find. They're really hard to separate. There you go. There we go. Simple as that. But the reason I've left this big up here is because I was going to hang this from this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. How best to put it? So you need to put this on back to front first, I think. And then this will need to come. Sorry, I'm just working this out. So this is going to be back to front. And this needs to come from the back to front again. And this needs to come through. Now you want it to come over the this. Oh, I did it wrong. I want it to go from the front to the back. Apologies. Don't knock off my flowers. There you go. trying to be smart and trying to work this out. And now we go around that. Yay! Swing tag. There you go. Oops. We have got 4 tags. Hope you've enjoyed this today. Tomorrow, what were we doing tomorrow? Bear with me a second. Gotta find my list. I should always check this beforehand. In fact, I did, but I can't remember it. I get so involved in what I'm actually doing at the time. Alright, where are we? List, come on. So tomorrow we are doing, oh yes, we're doing pocket flips with junk journal and with junk envelopes. So I've got some envelopes pre-coffee dyed, ready for tomorrow, and we'll make some flips. So I hope you are all well and you've enjoyed this and that you're up to date. It's useful when you're doing the flips to already have some pages ready to put the flips on, so you can kind of do the two together. But yes, now enjoy today, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Bye now.